is the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 13. And he's got this to Jefferson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Steps away. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, there was no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up a shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal, it'll feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This will be caught at about the 6. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At the 31-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Brown forced his way through. Drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. And they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights on in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Wait it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Their offense. Can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To Jefferson on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40.
I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3-4 quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Double 38. 6.
They'll set up a throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They're going to try and throw. Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or change the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He's going to keep this again. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came in and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
Take it in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Ready, set.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
97. 10.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 15. And that is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's in that place. Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Hands it off out of the gun. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now back to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they're trying to do. Knocked down on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Hey, Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here in 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this team.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied area. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll send Williams in motion right. 2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And a Falcons are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen. Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and tried to connect all the way back to the right.
The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Black Ultra.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Cooley knocks this one through the post. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the option to give to Swift here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. We're playing 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Eluding the pressure right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The throw over the middle, taken in. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Going right back to Akers. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So that, Charles, obviously just a game changer here this fourth quarter, and they're an extra point away from stealing the lead.
And stealing is the absolute right word for it, because that'll wake up your sideline, won't it, partner?
Well, there's still time remaining, but boy, I mean, you think about it, you go from an offense with a lead in the ball trying to salt things away to a completely different scenario now after the return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On the counter, this is Akers. And some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They run the jet sweep now for Tony. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. He'll drop to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Damian Harris, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Pitts.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. He's back to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here...
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown. And when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Right there. Hurt. Hey, check that. Street.
On second down, Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 64 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On the option to give to Swift here.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Detroit, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.